Elias, a man who spent 20 years serving the law, only to find that the law doesn't always put bread on the table for those who serve it faithfully. His kitchen was a silent witness to his struggle, a place where the aroma of a full meal had become a distant, fading memory for his small family. Principles are noble, but they don't fill empty stomachs. They don't quiet the persistent, gnawing ache of hunger that lived within these thin walls. His daughter, Lily, was his entire world, but every time she coughed in the dark, Elias felt a piece of his heart shatter into 1,000 jagged pieces. The medicine bottle was empty, much like Elias's bank account. The medicine she needed to breathe was a luxury he simply could not afford on an honest man's salary. Red ink was everywhere. Unpaid bills, final notices, and threats of disconnection. Every piece of paper was a loud, mocking reminder of his failure as a father. He watched the world go by from a rainy bus stop, seeing men with no character living in palaces, while he, the honest one, stood shivering in the mud. He looked at his father's portrait. The old man used to say, "Elias, never sell your soul for any price." But his father never saw his grandchild starving. "I'm trying, Father," he whispered, but those silent eyes in the frame offered no solutions to the cold, hard reality. In the market, the vibrant colors of fresh fruit felt like a mockery. He counted his last few coins over and over, but the cruel math of honesty never seemed to add up. Back home, the fan was still, the room was suffocating, and the only sound was Lily's labored breathing. That silver badge used to be his pride. Now it looked like a cold piece of metal that couldn't buy a loaf of bread. He felt his shadow becoming larger than the man himself, the shadow of a hero in a tragedy. He heard his wife sobbing softly in the corner. He couldn't look her in the eye. As he stepped into the cold night for his shift, something inside Elias finally snapped. The wall of his integrity had developed its first major crack. The checkpoint was a lonely island in a sea of darkness. The rain fell like cold tears. Two bright headlights cut through the storm. A luxury car slowed down as it reached Elias's post. It was a routine stop, but the universe had a dangerous plan. The window rolled down to reveal a man who didn't fear the law. No words were needed. A thick brown envelope was passed through the window. It was the weight of 100 problems being solved in a single second. Elias saw his reflection in the glass, tired, desperate. His partner, Marcus, whispered into his ear, "Take it, Elias. The world is built on deals, not dreams. Don't be a fool for a system that forgot you." The businessman inside added, "The system is already broken. Why suffer? Just look away for 10 minutes. Elias's hand trembled. For a split second, he saw Lily healthy and smiling in a park. That was the final blow. He took it. The paper felt hot against his chest, like a brand. In that moment, the officer died, and a thief was born. The red lights of the car disappeared into the mist. Elias watched them go, knowing he could never follow the path of light again. Inside his booth, he stared at the cash. Marcus laughed. Welcome to the real world. But Elias felt he had entered a nightmare. The walk home felt different. Every shadow looked like a witness. He hid the bribe inside an old buck. He looked in the mirror, but he didn't recognize the hollow eyes staring back. He had bought the medicine, but he had lost the ability to sleep. Then came the night that broke the illusion. The news showed a massive accident. A truck filled with illegal cargo had crashed into a family car. It was the same truck Elias had let through for that envelope. His one turned-away glance had caused a catastrophe. He saw a mother on screen, her heart shattered. Elias realized that his daughter's life was bought with the blood of someone else's child. He scrubbed his hands until they bled, but no amount of soap could wash away the stain on his conscience. He couldn't live in the golden cage anymore. He gathered the remaining cash and his badge. He was ready to lose everything to find the man he used to be. He walked towards headquarters as the sun began to rise. He placed it all on his commander's desk, the money, the badge, and the burden. He told the whole truth. There was no mercy.
He was stripped of his rank, shamed, and fired. To the world, he was a disgraced man, but his heart felt light for the first time in months. He moved his family back to a small room. Life was hard, but the air felt clean. His wife looked at him with a respect that money could never buy. Lily was healthy now, and she had a father she could truly look up to. That night, Elias fell into a deep sleep. No nightmares, just the silence of a quiet conscience. He had learned the hardest lesson. A clear conscience is the softest pillow, and honesty, no matter the cost, is the only way to truly be alive.